Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I heard that Tommy Robinson had been arrested. I just want to quickly read out something that I had read this morning. It said that British Transport Police did not name Robinson's real name, but confirmed a 42-year-old man from Bedfordshire was arrested over an assault in London on the 28th of July. The force said the arrest took place at Luton Airport shortly after 6:30 on Monday, following a notification that the man had boarded an incoming flight from Faro. The man was arrested on suspicion of grievously bodily harm and been taken to custody for questioning. Police said. The statement added he had been wanted for questioning after leaving for Tenerife in the early hours of 29th of July. The incident last week, British Transport Police said a man had serious but non-life-threatening injuries following the incident at the railway station in King's Cross. The force confirmed that that man had been discharged from hospital. Video footage on social media emerged shortly after the alleged assault, following Robinson walking back and forth near an emotional man lying on the floor near the stairs down to northbound Thameslink. Anyway, that's what I had read this morning. I just wanted to say, from what I've understood, that Tommy Robinson was at the station and obviously on his way out to catch the train to, I think he was going to catch a flight. Tommy Robinson is a very well-known figure, so he's obviously, if someone's approaching him, Tommy had actually told him on a few occasions to actually stand back, which the man didn't, and just carried on. The man was very drunk, obviously, so that obviously when you are drunk and depends on how much drink he had, he was obviously, then Tommy Robinson could have felt threatened by his behaviour. I really don't know because I wasn't there. But what I can say is, being in London, I've actually lived in London myself, and it isn't the nicest places to live. There are many, obviously, because there's so many people, it's overpopulated with so many people in London. I think people kind of feel like, they're having to watch themselves. Probably not all of the time, but most of the time, people being harassed for no reason. I do remember living in London myself, and I was actually threatened on a train that I went on. It was the Underground. I actually got off. This woman was threatening me for absolute no reason. I didn't even know the woman. And this is the thing, is that I've lived there myself, I've experienced things myself, and I know what it's like. It's really scary. Tommy Robinson could have easily felt threatened by that man, and from what I've understood, he did tell him to back off quite a few times. So yeah, I mean, I don't condone violence whatsoever. I'm not saying it's right, because violence is not the answer. But sometimes I think that if you feel that you, are defending yourself from someone that you don't know if they're going to attack you first, you don't know what to expect. So sometimes in some situations you might feel like you may need to do that. I mean, I remember when I was, dating my husband, and we were standing at a bus stop, and some man just came and punched him, for absolute no reason. And we were just sitting there at the bus stop, minding our own business. We were just going out for a drink, and some guy just came and randomly punched him in the face. And there was police at some traffic lights at the time, who had seen the incident and did come rushing over. And the thing is, you know, I mean, it could have happened that there may not have been police there at the time, and you know, you're kind of in a very vulnerable situation, you know, where you don't know what's going to happen. So I kind of understand why Tommy did what he did. Not that I'm condoning violence whatsoever, but I can kind of understand why he reacted at the same time. You know, I mean, no one should have to be harassed by anyone, no matter where you are. No one should have to feel harassed or, you know, by anybody, whether they're drunk or not. But this is the society we are in today, and especially being down London, or you could actually be anywhere and anything could happen at any time. But, you know, so, you know, I have lived in London. I have experienced what it's like to be there. I don't live there anymore, and I don't feel that London is a very safe place to be, with all the crimes going up. Sadiq Khan not really caring about London, and you know, I don't know why anybody would want to live there. But at the same time, you know, when I remember being young and going down to London quite often. I mean, I lived in London myself. I absolutely did love it at the time. I think as time has gone on, I think it's got a lot worse, and people don't feel safe that much in London anymore. So I can understand, you know, Tommy's situation, because I've been in a similar situation myself. So I kind of get it, right? But not that I condone violence, but I do get it at the same time. I do feel that if Tommy was defending himself, then I do believe that he shouldn't, although he has been arrested. I'm hoping that, you know, it does kind of, they do let Tommy off, because if Tommy was in a vulnerable situation and was defending himself, then I don't really feel like why they should go any further or try to keep him, you know, any longer than what he should. But at the end of the day, you know, in the police, you just don't know, you know, as they've always wanted to keep, you know, keep imprisoning Tommy for the things that he says. So you just don't know how it's going to turn out, and especially with his demo coming up in September the 13th, is it? I think, yeah, I think that's the day. So who knows? But I you know, I hope that he doesn't need to be kept for any longer than what he should. And that's all I really have to say on the subject, really. Thank you for listening, and tell me what you think in the comments. So goodbye, and let me know what you think. Bye bye.